What is going on, you guys? It's Anna. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be discussing who I believe will be the champions of the UFC at the end of the year. I'm going to try and predict who will be the champs going into 2024. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more fights left because it's only April and there's a lot more pay-per-views to happen and a lot of unpredictable things that could possibly happen before the end of the year. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So the 125-pound division, Brandon Moreno is the current champion. He will be fighting Pantoja, and I believe he beats Pantoja. Now, I understand that Pantoja has 2 victories over Moreno, but I believe that Moreno is a lot better fighter now, obviously, and I believe he gets the job done against Pantoja. He might not even fight for the rest of the year because this is a mid-year fight, I believe. I think the fight happens in July, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that Brandon Moreno will be the winner. I think he will be the champion going into 2024, and I think he beats Pantoja. I don't know how exactly yet. I will have to look into more footage. This is just my early predictions. There's a lot of time left before we get into that fight anyway. So when that fight happens, I'm going to discuss it, obviously. But for now, I'm going to say Brandon Moreno is the champion at 125 by the year 2024. 135, Aljamain Sterling is the current champion. I believe he will no longer be the champion. It will be Henry Cejudo being the champion going into 2024. Now, here's what I honestly believe. I do believe that Henry Cejudo will beat Aljamain Sterling. I believe it's literally next week, which is insane. Like, the fight card is literally next week. I will get into it more, how I believe Henry Cejudo will win. That's kind of a little spoiler for my next vid. Well, not my next vid, but the predictions video. I do believe that Henry Cejudo has what it takes to beat him. I think he knocks him out. I think he wins by KO or TKO, probably in the 3rd or 4th round. Like I said, I'm going to still do some more research and make a final prediction. But right now, I'm feeling that Henry Cejudo will be the champ by the end of 2023. I don't know if he fights again. Obviously, there's talks of a Sean O'Malley fight. I believe if a Sean O'Malley fight happens, I think I'm picking Henry. The reason why, I believe Henry's going to use his grappling. I understand that he doesn't really use it offensively whatsoever all that much, but especially against somebody like Sean O'Malley, who's probably not going to do well in the grappling sense. I think he gets the job done against him. Or maybe he doesn't fight again this year. Who knows? I mean, I do believe that there will be another championship fight at bantamweight, whoever wins this fight. So whether it be Aljamain or whether it be Henry, I think they fight obviously Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley is the next guy up after this fight happens. But I do believe that Henry Cejudo will be the champion going into 2023. I'm not really certain about that pick, but for now, that's what I believe. 145, Alexander Volkanovski is the champion. I believe he stays as champion, but I'm very scared of Yair Rodriguez. Yair Rodriguez is dangerous, extremely dangerous on the feet. It's a close fight, closer than what people expect because he's such a technical striker. He's so much, I think he's like I don't even want to say, but I think he's a better striker than Max Holloway. I think he might be a better striker than Max, and that's saying a lot. I'm just talking about in the sense of how good he is, how fluent he is. I mean, he literally throws leg kicks and kick, just any type of kick like it's nothing. I mean, his offensive game is crazy. His output is crazy. But I do believe that Volkanovski, he's the better all-around fighter. I think he gets the job done. I think he's able to dominate him at points. He's able to take him down. And he's able to just be able to do a lot of ground and pounding. I think he gets a decision victory. But, man, that is a very scary fight for Volkanovski, man. I really hope that obviously, he just had a fight recently with Islam Makhachev. He had to prepare very different compared to having to prepare for this fight. I mean, there's going to be a lot of striking in this fight. Yair Rodriguez is looking to put him out because I feel like that's the only way, in my honest opinion, that Yair wins. I mean, a decision is not really in the cards for Yair compared to Volkanovski. I think Volkanovski wins in a decision, man. I mean, let's just be honest. That's what Volkanovski has been for quite a while now, honestly. Aside, Korean Zombie, he went to decision with Max Holloway every single time and got the unanimous decision. Well, not the, was he unanimous when he beat Max the second time? I don't think it was. I think one of the judges gave him the fight. Anyway, that's besides the point. I do believe that Alexander Volkanovski will be the champ at the end of the year. 155. I don't think nobody beats Islam. And it pains me to say it. I want somebody to dethrone him. I really do. But it's not. I don't think it's going to happen. I think that Islam is going to be the champ going into 2024. It's sad. I mean, what we get, I think Islam is going to be... Who's Islam going to be fighting next? I don't even know who's going to be fighting. It's obviously not going to be Dariush right now, because Dariush is going to be fighting... what's his name? What's his face? Or whatever. There's really nobody that is on the level aside Alex. Alex Volkanovski, to me, is the only guy, really, that is on the level of Islam Makhachev. Who's the one that gave him the most problems. Obviously, maybe Beneil probably could give him problems, but I don't know if he's going to be able to fight by the end of the year, because I think he's going to be in a very tough fight against Charles Oliveira. So I don't know. I mean, I believe Islam Makhachev will be the champ going into 2024. It looks like not too many new champs so far. I already picked some of the current champs already, aside obviously Aljamain Sterling, but I think Islam Makhachev is going to be the champ at 155. I don't think nobody's really... It's not that nobody's on his level, but he's just really good. He uses his wrestling so well, and he's able to strike as well when he's on the feet. I mean, look how well he did against Volkanovski. He did a fantastic job on the feet, and you know, I don't think anybody's gonna really dethrone him. I mean, obviously, to me, if anybody's gonna get the job done, it's gonna be like a power striker, somebody who has knockout power, somebody maybe like a Dustin, maybe. Who has a lot of power, but aside that, there's really nobody to me that beats Islam. But that's why I believe will be the champion. 170. I do believe Leon is still the champion at 170. Colby Covington could definitely get the job done. It will be a close fight between the two, but I think with Leon Edwards' takedown defense and him able to kick at range, I think he's going to be able to get the job done, and I think he leaves 2023 as still the champion of the 170-pound division. I think it's just only going to be Colby Covington. That will be his second fight and final fight of the year. And if he passes Colby Covington, I think he doesn't fight anymore, and he goes into the new year as the champion. Definitely could see Colby, but for now, I'm picking Leon Edwards. 185, I'm picking Israel Adesanya. I think Israel Adesanya is going to be the champion going into the new year. He's going to probably fight Robert Whittaker for a third time. I think he beats Robert Whittaker, but that fight is extremely close because the second fight was very close. A lot of people picked Robert Whittaker. I'm in the camp. I guess I'm in the minority in a way. I picked Izzy. I thought Izzy won the fight. I mean, I haven't seen the fight in a while. I will have to rewatch it again. I'm probably going to rewatch it, especially if they do fight again at the end of the year. I'm picking Izzy in this fight, but it's very close. It could be another controversial decision going Izzy's way, but I'm not entirely sure. I just think Izzy has leveled up, especially after his last fight, and you know, Whittaker is damn near on Izzy's level, but I'm gonna go. I'm going Izzy. I'm gonna go Israel Adesanya being the champion going into 2024. Now we have Jamal Hill, the unlikely champion out of everybody here, to be honest with you. I mean, nobody would have thought at the beginning of the year we see Jamal Hill as the champion. I'm going to say, there's not really too many updates about Yuri Prochazka. I think he's still recovering. We did see some not sparring footage, but he was hitting pads, and he looked horrible. So it doesn't even look like he's close to being back. So, I mean, who else in the division? I mean, Pereira's not going to get that title shot just yet. I think he will probably have to get a fight in the 205-pound division first. And he's probably not going to fight until the end of the year, so he won't get a title shot. Ankalaev is a possible. I might go Ankalaev on this one, just because they might just give it to Ankalaev just based off, I will say the majority believe that he beat Jan Blachowicz. And plus, it could be Jan Blachowicz versus Alex Pereira. Possibly at the end of the year for Alex Pereira's first fight at 205. So I think Ankalaev, that will open up Ankalaev to possibly get a fight and face Jamal Hill, and I think he beats Jamal Hill. I think Ankalaev is definitely he's a very good fighter. Jamal Hill is too, and Jamal Hill has power. He has a lot of power, and he proved to a lot of people that he can have good takedown defense, especially against somebody like Glover Teixeira. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say that Ankalaev is going to be the new champion going into the year 2024 for the 205-pound division. Heavyweight. Now, I got two options here. It's either going to be vacant because John Jones is going to retire after beating Stipe, which I believe he will beat Stipe, or it's going to be Sergey Pavlovich. God, I butchered his name really bad. Sergey Pavlovich. Sergey Pavlovich is a monster. He just beat Curtis Blades recently by a knockout in the first round. He is one of the more scarier guys in the division. And, I mean, who they're going to pair him up against for the vacant UFC heavyweight championship? I don't think it's Gane. I think Gane fights somebody else like a Curtis Blades or somebody like that, of that nature. Tom Aspinall, I haven't heard too much about Tom Aspinall since his injury against Curtis Blades in that fight. Obviously, I think they want to make a heavyweight championship fight maybe by the end of the year, I'm assuming. And I believe that he will be the champion. He's the heavy favorite for me to be the new heavyweight champion because just how gifted of a striker he is and how much power he has. He's a great striker and he's very good on the feet. I'm going Pavlovich to be the champion at the end of the year. Or it's going to be vacant. If they do not make a fight, there will be nobody holding the title. Because if John Jones stick to his word, and I believe he might, I think that John Jones is kind of serious about this one, that he just wants to go out on top and just defend the title once and then be done with it. He beats the heavyweight GOAT and he's happy with his career. Bada boom, he's gone. And that's it for John Jones. So I'm going to go with Sergey Pavlovich, or the title's going to be vacant. Let's go into the women's fights now, or the women's championships. The strawweight, I do believe It's Zhang Weili. Zhang Weili will be the champion going into 2024. She's just on a whole nother level. I mean, Rose, I understand that Rose beat her twice, but the second time was definitely a little... And I think Zhang Weili has gotten a lot better. So I'm going to go with Zhang Weili being the champion. For the flyweight division, women's flyweight, I do think Valentina Shevchenko will beat Alexa Grasso in the second fight, and I think she gets her title back against Alexa Grasso. I think that she's going to be determined to probably get a finish. I believe that's going to happen. And then obviously, is anybody going to beat Amanda Nunes? Absolutely not. Both her titles are going to stay with her. Juliana Pena doesn't stand a fucking chance. Let's just be honest with you. She doesn't stand a chance. And yeah, that's pretty much all the divisions. I covered everything. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay blessed, and I'll see you guys soon in another one. Peace.